Good morning, guys. It's Daryl, Yeller on Cowboy. Wanted to do I'm getting ready to put this dozer back together. Wanted to do a recap on the machining that we did. And I'll show you. We milled in a slot here in the idler. It's 3 millimeter wide. It's about 2 millimeters deep. We didn't go all the way through because you got a spring that goes in here, so I didn't want to protrude into the spring. And then we went almost to the end here. You don't have to go all the way to the very end because that won't go inside all the way. So, and then we have this nut or this bolt right here that just sticks down a little bit, enough for that end of it to go into the slot, and that'll keep it from twisting. There's no more twist in it at all. Zero. So that's a good thing, and that's what we wanted to do because that's a major issue with the tracks coming off. One of them, anyway. So that's been remedied. And also, upon taking this all apart, here a few days ago, these are so corroded, the inside of the tube here, and then this. So I just took some emery cloth, kind of buffed it off, and for the inside I took a Dremel with a sanding disc, like a 1/2 inch sanding disc, and just kind of cleaned it up in there. And now these things slide like they should, because they were sticking and not doing well. And I think that's an issue. So now it's all cleaned up. And upon taking this apart, this is the right side, but you can see right here the mounting shaft here is bone dry. It never had any lubrication on it at all. So there's a little rust, around it. So we cleaned all this up, and now I'm going to put some, I got some blaster here, lithium grease that I'm going to put in here, and then slide them on. And the other end, this is just to help you guys that haven't taken one of these apart yet. Comes apart really easy. You take the tracks off, of course, and then up here on the cross member, you got a pin that goes through, and it hooks into right here to this bracket. And then, of course, this just slides over the mounting tube here, or the bar, like so. We're going to put some grease on it, but it's very dry. And also, upon taking these apart, this little ball bearing in here, what mounts onto here for the drawbar, was just locked up. It was so dry. So I got that all lubed up, put some 3-in-1 oil on it, and now it moves very freely. Just little issues, So I'm gonna shoot some juice down inside here, and then we'll start putting this thing back together. Get it liberal in there, just load it in there. A little on that. And it just slides back on there. I'm going to take this off just for the ease. Here. See the grease slicking out of there? Now we got some lube in there. It turns pretty freely. And then these are the pins that come out of the cross member. It's just got a little clip on it. So then we're just gonna put those back in here. Reach under here. Get it back in that hole. It's cold out here today, boys. There it goes. We still got major fog. Nasty crap. It's wet. But it's warmer today than it was yesterday. I can tell you that much. So you just slide that little pin back in there and you're good to go. I kind of want to get it all the way on there where it's dangling. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So now it's back on there. Easy to come off. And then this just pops off too. I had to pry this one off because it was so dry and jammed. I had to take a huge screwdriver and pry it off of here. So let me get the springs back in and then we'll continue. Okay guys, I got that all back on there as you saw. And what I just tried something off camera, and what I did is I took one track pad out. Now we did that on our D10s, and that helped a lot with track derailing. This is an idea that Tommy suggested to us. Tommy over there in Australia that makes the upgraded tracks for the D10. He said take a track link out, which the D10 has 42 track links stock. 42 of these per side. And so now we're running 41 track links per side. This had 52 track links stock. So I took one out, now we're running 51. Took all my spacers out. It seems to be pretty good. It's plunging fine. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. You know, I have no idea what the correct tension is on these things, but I had these tracks so tight with spacers inside here. I mean, I was running 2 nuts and that washer to push that idler out to make it tight, and it was a hard thing to work with, being that tight. So, but now we're going to try that and see what happens. And then from here, I got to put on the other side. I got it sitting right here, and that I'm going to put some lube on here, in here. This thing also came stock with, down inside there, there's 3 washers that they've installed. I don't know if you can see them in there, but there's 3 washers in there for their spacing, and I left those in there. So anyway, I'm gonna spray some lube in here. Spray a little on the outside of this. Right there. And then that just goes in there, which splatters. So for some reason, no lube hit that. Put a little on there. Again, no twisting at all. When you do this, you want to make sure you get your slot dead center with the idler. And then when you drill this hole for the pin, you want to, we used the middle slot there, seemed to be the center. So we just drilled a hole right down through the center of that dude. And it seems to be perfect, so just some information in case you're going to do this. So I'm going to go around to the other side and put this on, and we'll get back going here. All right, here we're on the other side of the tractor. I pre-lubed. This has got one of those ball deals in it too, and it was kind of froze up in this cross member. I got it all freed up and oiled up, and this one here was okay, but I oiled it and freed. It's moving very nicely. So I'm going to put some lithium grease in here. I think I'll spray a little on the outside too. Just goop it on there. My finger don't need lube. Okay, here we go. I'm going to slide this baby right on. Let's take this out for the ease of assembly here. Okay, now. Yeah, there she's gooping out. Just squirted out of that bolt hole there. Get it on the table. Now, pivots real smoothly. Then we gotta get our other pin out. Stick that back in there. They went this way, so the pin was in the front, I believe. I don't think it really matters. We're going to get in there. Yeah, I know you can't see this, but it's pretty cut and dried how it goes in there. It's through there. Now we just got to put the pin in. Grease everywhere. Okay, here now we put the pin in there. There it goes. Okay, it's in there. Now, I think I already lubed this up. Yeah, I did. Okay. So I'm going to get any spacers I had in there out. It looks like they did. Get the headlamp out. Make sure. Yeah, they're all gone. Okay. So we're not using any spacers other than the ones that are inside the tube here. There she goes. Okay, now we just got to put the track on, and I think we're done. Well, besides putting this on. Let me get the track on it. I'm going to take a track link out, and then I'll get back on and we'll put the dozer drawbar back up here, and then we'll be done. Stand by. Okay, I've removed a track link out of here, so we're down to 51 links for the total length of the thing. So I'm just getting ready to collapse this dude. And just take a pair of channel locks and squish this thing together. Find my awl here. I can line up the hole. Get a better grip. There we go. Right there-ish. Put the pin in. Oh, she almost went all the way. Okay. There she goes. There she goes. She's all the way in there. Okay, now I just got to put the screw on the other side, and we're done. This side seems a little more loose than the other side. I don't know, maybe not. No, they're about the same, I guess. Anyway, we're going to try it and see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this kind of helps you out a little bit. But we will not have any more of this front idler twisting anymore. That's good. So I think it was worth the work. Like I said, though, like we were talking the other day on the other video, there's no way to get that slot in there without a mill. You got to have somebody with a mill cut that groove in there. It goes real easy. It's real easy to do. You just got to have the tool to do it. That's the biggest part of it, of doing this. And then going through and lubing everything that needed lubed. And, but I'll get the screws in these 2 pins, and then we'll come back and we'll get this drawbar hooked back up on there. So we'll be back. Okay, guys, I got the track pins all secured. Now we're gonna put the drawbar back up here and go from there. Let's see here. What am I gonna need? Not much. Okay. We got this bolt here. This is the cap that goes in there. Let me see if I got the right size here. No, it's one side bigger. Okay, one side's bigger. That should be the right one. Yeah, okay. That goes in there. Oh, there's a couple of, there's a little self nylon goodie that goes there. Right here. It goes on there. Like a, it's kind of like, I don't know what it's for. And then this goes back up on there. And then we can suck it in with the screw here. There we go. And that's all there is to that. Let's go do the other side. Okay, we're on the other side. I got those little goodies right there. Slip that on there. I'm gonna put a, I should have did this to the other side, but I'll drop a 3-in-1 oil on there. extreme pressure on this thing. Let's see here. I'm not sure what I got going on here. Okay, there we go. Now I need the screw. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay guys, I think that's it. Okay. I think that's going to be it for the video. I think we're done here. All we got to do now is wait for some nice weather because it's freezing out here and I'm ready to go back in. Anyway, I'm going to put the dozer away and then we're going to call it a day. And we will catch you guys on the next video. Hope this helps anybody that's doing this or needs to do it or has a dozer like this, the D11T. I always try to give out information that I haven't seen before on YouTube. So I always, you know, try to do stuff to help people. Anyway, you guys take care. This is Daryl signing off. Catch you later. Bye.